speak because of my seniors here. And in the legal profession, I have to give a chance to my seniors to say a word first. Then as a junior counsel, I will finish. Thank you very much. Let me take the opportunity to welcome my seniors to say a word from Mheshimiwa Danstan Omari.
Today, Babu was coming in court where we had raised a question that when they were being arrested, one of the key proponents of the fight for the cost of living reduction is Gaucho. He was assaulted and beaten by the police. We made that application. The same police officers be brought before the court, answered, and they be charged for assault. The state was told to respond, and directions were taken that today that application will be had physically, orally for the whole world. The state has done a replying affidavit to which my good friend Mr. Kachu did. Surprisingly, the state now wants that matter be heard by written submission. We have told the court that it has never happened anymore. Written submissions cannot be allowed in a criminal matter, and especially to the state. But the court has given direction that the matter will proceed. And clearly, by written submissions, you will see, and as Mr. Kachu will divulge the content of the replying affidavit, there are quite a number of admissions that Mr. Kachu will deal with it, that the state has agreed that they did. We are putting the state on alert that as a defense will stand firm to defend the rule of law, to defend the constitutionality of every action every government agency does. We moved away from torture as being a punishment provided under the Constitution. So there is no longer torture. And therefore, we must stop that type of police harassment. And you know very well every other time after they have done that mistake, they will always come to me to represent them. But for Mheshimiwa, it is persecution. And I raised a very pertinent question. Why is it that all the 7 that are charged are coming from one ethnic community? Is it a profiling of ethnicity? And I raised that it is contrary to Article 27, where nobody should be discriminated based on ethnicity or tribe.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Seniors indicated, and the essence of today was that we promised the court that we are sure our clients are innocent. They were exercising their political rights as enshrined in the Constitution, and that the prosecution was just being used. Unfortunately, and maybe that was the reason they were used, that office had no occupier at that particular point. Now there is a person who is slated to occupy that position. We had hoped that it would have been our brother, Mr. Omari, but for whatever reason, whoever is there or will ascend to that seat, we will want to plead to him. Immediately he ascends to that seat, let him look at such matters, whereby public or taxpayers' funds are being used. In fact, it is misused in terms of the criminal justice system. That should be a thing of the past. The fact that today the prosecution, with all the leadership at the DPP, in terms of the counsels who are ready to prosecute our clients on the first day, none of them, they have gone missing. I don't know if any one of you has seen them. They are nowhere to be seen. But today, the defense was very ready to proceed. So it is a point that we are saying, and the court has taken note of that it will deal with this matter seriously. But we also appeal to the incoming DPP to look at such matters so that there is no other day a Kenyan will be arraigned in court through political machinations, and the court just accepts that as part of the norm. If you look at the response by the officers through the DPP, it is very clear that they are ashamed of themselves, because everyone is trying to run away from the grievous harm that was orchestrated as against Gaucho, when Gaucho was actually in the hands of the state and in the hands of the court. So this is a matter that, regardless of whether this matter is withdrawn today or tomorrow or any other time, this is a matter that we will pursue, because it is not only about Gaucho, it is about you and me and every Kenyan. Because when you're in the hands of the police, you must be treated with dignity. Article 25 says that any other right can even be infringed, but your right to be treated like a human being and with dignity cannot be infringed. And that is a matter we will deal with at this stage and at another stage, that is the High Court. So at this particular point, it's a sad day that they've taken their time. They are ready to proceed. You can see the time that is there. Mheshimiwa needs to be exercising his parliamentary responsibilities. He's actually taken half of his day. Yet the office of the DPP is actually being funded by taxpayers' money to be here to prosecute these particular matters. So we will not rest. We will be ready. We will be available. And of course, we will invite you to look at the response that has been filed. And we look forward to having a very positive decision or a ruling by the court on this particular issue, ili iwe funzo kwa hawa maofisa na wengine walio na